Hey guys, it's Mel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about profits and why it's so important to know how much profit you're making on each item that you sell. And I'm also going to show you how to calculate how much profit you're making on each of the items you're selling. Now, as resellers, our job is to go out, buy secondhand items from the thrift store or from a garage sale or a deceased estate or Facebook Marketplace. And the job is to go out, source them, and then come back and list them on the desired platform that we want to use, mine being eBay. Now on this channel, I use the word metrics a lot, and I talk about metrics in the way of when I'm choosing items to put into my store, I want them to hit a specific metric. I get a lot of questions back like, what is my metric? What are metrics? How does somebody else work out what their metrics is? And the word metrics has come from my mentor, Tech and Sports. That is something that he teaches within his mentoring group. Basically, your metrics comes down to your numbers and your own personal boundaries within your store. Now, the problem I see with resellers, and especially a lot of new resellers, is reselling can look like this big fun highlight reel because it's made to look like that a little bit on social media. We can just go out to the thrift store, buy something for a couple of dollars, double our money and flip it really quickly. That's not how it works. There's all this other stuff that has to come out of it before we actually see the actual profit. So it's really important that you work out what your metrics are for your own store, and everybody's are going to be different because we've all got different living expenses and living costs, and we've all got different costs in running our business because we live in different areas. We've got different expenses. So there's no point copying what somebody else is doing for their metrics. You have to do the homework and you have to work it out yourself. But you need to know those metrics so that when you go out thrifting, you're not getting caught up in buying all these items that are actually going to make you a low profit. Because the worst thing that you can do when running an eBay, starting an eBay business or running one, is to be filling up your store with all these low profit items. The idea for business is to build a sustainable business that can grow. And the only way you can do that is to be working on your profit margins in your business. So when I get questions from people that are asking me like what my metrics are and how I work them out, it's a little bit of a loaded question. It's hard. Basically, the first thing you need to do to work out your own metrics is work out how much money you actually want to be making, whether it's by the week, the month, the year. I normally do like a yearly amount that I want to be earning. And then you start breaking that down into months and weeks and days on how much that equates to. Now, just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you an example of numbers for somebody who wants to earn $100,000 profit in a year. Because I don't know what it is about the $100,000 number, but quite often when you talk to people and you ask them how much money do you want to earn, they say $100,000. It's just like this number that everybody has in their head that they want to earn. But the facts of the matter is you might not even need to earn $100,000 in a year, or you might be somebody that actually lives in a really high cost of living area. You might need more than $100,000. Anyway, you've got to work out the numbers based on what you actually want to earn. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use the example of $100,000. In business, most people will only make between 25 and 35% of their sales as actual profit. So if you want to make $100,000 profit for a year, we're talking about a full-time wage here. If you want to make $100,000 in profit, guys, you need to be selling at least $300,000 worth of sales on eBay. Facts. Well, I hate to be the one to tell you. It's like $300,000 of eBay sales will roughly bring you $100,000 profits. That's the reality of it. So once we have our yearly amount that we want to make, $100,000 a year, let's divide that up by 52 weeks in the year. That comes to $1,923.07 a week in profit that we need to be making. So if everything that you're selling only makes you a $10 profit, you're going to need to sell 192 items a week to be able to hit that amount. So 192 items a week then works out to be about 28 items a day at $10 profit, right? At $10 profit, you have to sell 28 items every single day. It's actually a lot of work to sell 28 items every single day on eBay, guys. Okay, so let's give another example. Let's say every single item we sell makes $15 profit. So now we're looking at having to sell 128 items a week. I'm just rounding these numbers, guys, as well. So with 128 items a week is equivalent to about 19 items a day that we're going to have to sell every single day that are making us a $15 profit each. If we want to sell things that have a $20 profit, we're going to need to sell about 96 items a week, which is about 13.7, so let's say 14 items a day that are making us a $20 profit. So this is really important to sit down and do, because you need to be able to work out how many items you need to sell a day, at what profit points, to be able to get the desired amount of income that you want to earn in a yearly period. Like, are you able to source enough items that make you a $20 profit every single day, every single sale? Can you buy enough items to be able to sell enough of them to make your desired amount of money? Because it's different where everybody lives. We've all got different stock that's available to us. Also, you might be in a niche like media, where a lot of you sell CDs and DVDs. Whoa, it's really hard to be selling items that make you a $20 profit. A lot of those items are low end, and that's why you see big media sellers and stuff, and they're playing the volume game, because they have to sell like 4 or 5 times the amount of everyone else just to bring in the amount of profit that they want to bring in, because they're selling those lower end items that bring lower amounts of profit. Now, the next step, I want you to go to Google and I want you to type in eBay calculator. Now, there is an eBay calculator on here that is an amazing tool, and it will help you to work out how much profit you're making on the items that you're actually selling. Now, you can change this to whatever country you're in, Australia, America, UK, wherever you are. Just change on the eBay calculator to where you actually live. So let's go to this eBay calculator, and I'm going to do an example for you. I sell with free postage in my store, so that's what I'm going to use as my example. Let's say I sell an item for $25. There's no shipping charged because of the free postage. And let's pretend that my cost of goods here was $3. Cost of goods can be very variable, right? So you either need to be tracking that, or you can track that over a certain period of time, and you can work out an average, especially if you're one of these people that buys a lot of bulk buys. It's really important to know what the average cost of your goods are. So for this example, you can do an average, or you can do it on an individual basis per item that you're buying. So sell the item for $25. I've got free postage, cost of goods at $3. Now you've got to put in your shipping cost here. So that is your actual shipping cost. So for me, I like to work my shipping out on an average basis per month. So what I do is at the end of every single month, I go through, look how much money I've spent on my shipping, and I divide it by the amount of orders that I did, and it gives me an average. And then I use that average for the next month as I'm working out my metrics, right? So your metrics can change, because these kind of numbers do go up and down sometimes. So my shipping is currently an average of $9.38 per item. So I'm going to pop that in here. Now, this is going to also let you drop down and put in your eBay store. So you might have no store, a basic store, a featured store, an anchor store. Pop it in. This is going to add in how much it's going to equate, because each store pays a different level for eBay fees, etc., etc. Now, there's a spot to put in your promoted listings as well, because a lot of people are doing promoted listings. This is kind of easier, I guess, if you're doing a flat rate through your store. I can just pop here for an example 5%. However, if your promoted listing goes up and down, is variable with every item you sell, you'll probably have to go into your seller hub and find out what your average is, right? So, boom, here it is. If I sell an item for $25, cost of goods $3, my total profit is $8.39. If one of my business rules and one of my metrics was to make a $10 profit on every item that I sell, I'm not hitting it at that price. I would need to increase, and you can play around with the numbers here, but I would probably have to increase my sale to like $27 or $28 to be there making my $10 profit. Does that make sense? Now, as much as I love this eBay calculator, this is only like kindergarten level, guys. This is not telling you the whole story because there's so many other costs that come with running your business. Let's think about some of them. We've got maybe a storage unit, a warehouse, maybe you've got employees. You've got to pay for things like your shipping labels, your padded mailers, your bubble wrap, maybe additional boxes. What about fitting your room out? You might need more shelves, you might need storage tubs, you might need boxes to store your items of clothing in. You've got Wi-Fi costs, you've got telephone costs, you've got so many other costs that come in running a business. This little calculator is only taking into account a small percentage of those items. But the idea is to start looking at this calculator and trying to work out what is the minimum priced item that you want to be able to put into your store. There's no point putting in these really low end items that are making you like a 50-cent profit because you're just going to have to sell so many items to make that desired amount of money. So use this calculator to help you set your metric on what your bare minimum items are that you want to put into your store. And don't just copy someone else because your costs of doing business are different than everybody else's. Your costs are different than my costs. So don't try and just copy me because your business might fail if you try and copy me because you don't know the rest of my story. You don't maybe know I've got multiple sources of income. I'm not relying just on my eBay income. I've got multiple sources. So my metrics might be able to be a little bit lower than yours because I've got other income coming in that's paying my bills. So please do the homework and look at your own metrics very carefully and work that out. But it's so important to work out boundaries within your own store. And this is why it's really important to learn when you're outsourcing. You need to know what your bottom rate is that you want to put into your store. Be it like, I bottom rate want to make $10 profit, or I bottom rate need to make $20 profit. And to make $20 profit, I have to be able to list an item for this amount of money, right? $37, $38 to make a $20 profit. So if you're in the thrift store and you're looking to buy something and you can't sell that item for like $38, that doesn't hit your metrics maybe then. You know, you have to learn to be able to walk away from that item and say, it doesn't hit my metrics. If I can't put that into my store for a minimum amount of money, so that in turn, over the time, what's going to happen is as you start stopping to sell all these low-end items in your store and you're starting to just increase and keep putting in the items that actually hit your metrics, eventually every single item that you sell will hit that desired metric. Now, tech always teaches us once you work out what your metric is, let's say it's $30. You're not going to put anything in your store now that's under $30, right? So every single day when you list, after you list these items, ask yourself, count them up. Did those items hit my metrics? If you listed 20 items a day, how many of those 20 items hit the metrics? Did all 20 of them hit? Or were 10 of those items only worth $15? And the idea is to keep becoming a better reseller and start sourcing better items and putting those higher metric items into your store. And then as you do that, you will start seeing your sales grow and grow and grow. You will start making more money. You will start selling more items, better quality items, and your business will become more profitable. I hope that helps. I hope I've explained it well enough. Please ask any questions down below. And honestly, the best person to learn from this is not me, it's Tech and Sports. He is the master at all this. So I find it a little bit difficult to even explain it, but Tech is the master of it and he makes it very simple and makes it very clear. And I'm not paid to talk about him or promote him or anything like that. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get any cash back or anything by talking about him or anything like that. He's where I'm learning my stuff from, and in turn I'm able to help teach you guys some of this stuff onto my channel. But ultimately, Tech and Sports, you are the grand master and I'm learning from you. Thank you.